Let's talk for a moment about a battle I know you were in the middle of and you were deeply disappointed by. This redefinition of marriage that took place in your own state of New York. Where do you go from here?
Very sad, very sobering. What are we going to do? One thing is we want to help other states because they're going to have the battle too. It's not about to stop in New York. No. And so we've got some insights that I've already begun to share with my brother bishops. Number two, Raymond, we have got to hammer home, as Carl Anderson so eloquently stated today, that this wasn't done right. Not only are we in the believing community upset with the bill, we're also upset about the way that it was done. This was hardly democracy in action. Yeah. And if you folks who claim to be progressive and acting on behalf of the people, if you were so convinced that this was the will of the people, why didn't we do a referendum? And why did you have to literally lock the doors for the last 3 days and not face any public? Because you knew this really wasn't going to go over, right? So that's a second thing we got to say. And I don't think, I know it's going to be a long battle, but at least we got to stand for principle to say there's a real wisdom to a referendum here. And number three, Ray, where we've really got to be hyped up is the protection of religious liberty. We were told, you know, Raymond, when we were fighting hard against this, and we said the next step will be we're going to be sued if we don't do marriages, we're going to be harassed if we don't do receptions, we're going to be penalized if we don't allow adoption, we're going to be booed if we don't hire these people. They said, you're paranoid, you're Chicken Littles, that's not going to happen. It's already happening. We're talking about 3 weeks afterwards, and it's happening. Now, so the guarantees, the guarantee to religious liberty wasn't even given in the bill. We were told that it would be. Don't worry, you don't have to worry. All your rights are going to be protected.
What did you all think was going to happen? You all have lobbyists at the legislature. What were you being told? Were you told that you had the votes?
Here's what as we look back, and look, we bishops. I loved Archbishop Chaput this morning in his homily. He said, "We bishops got to be humble, and we got to say, did we do something wrong? Could we have done something better?" So we bishops have done a good examination of conscience and said, what did we do something wrong? What we are convinced, and we're not alone, we've heard other religious believers and even people of no faith at all who were allies in this noble cause, we fell for the assurances of people that we thought were political allies that this wasn't going to go anywhere. Now, we thought there was some credibility to that because, as a matter of fact, the last 2 times they were right.
They were right.
So we had political allies say, bishops, keep your ammo dry. You don't have to pull out the stops. Speak on principle. Speak up against this bill, but don't really worry because it's not going to go anywhere. We were told that, Raymond, up to 6 days before the bill passed. And so we thought, you know, it's a shame. I hate to say this because we Catholics also believe politics is a very noble vocation. It sort of taught us it's not all that good to trust politicians sometimes. And I think some of us bishops think we were being deceived. Now, that could, you know, shame on us for believing them. And what we don't know for sure, Raymond, I want to give some leeway here. Were our allies, were they truthful when they told us this isn't going anywhere? In other words, were they unaware of the governor's what's now been revealed as a very well-oiled, high-financed program of manipulation? Were they caught by surprise? Did they actually believe the wisdom they were telling us, or were they being a little bit edgy in saying, let's keep the bishops quiet by assuring them this isn't going anywhere? That I don't know.